Hello, everyone. I am Mark,
I'm Rob.
and welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. By the way, live show tomorrow night, which is every Monday Eastern Time, 7 to 8. Rob will be there this time,
I'll be
and
there.
please join us. We're going to talk about the NBA and Caitlin Clark, of course. We have no choice. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We're over 400 subscribers now, but we need 1,000. We're going for 1,000. All right, and please hit the notification bell when you do, and make some intelligent, non-insulting comments, and share with your family, friends, and enemies. Rob, today I want to pick on some commentators,
Sure, why not?
mainly four, but mainly Colin Cowherd, if I pronounce his name right.
It's
And
Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd.
Colin Cowherd. Sorry, and there's also Broussard, Chris Broussard, and
Mm-hmm.
Rob Parker. I think is called the Odd Couple. Chris
Yeah,
Broussard is a former player, and they have a talk show. And Nick Wright, who's also has his own thing. He used to be on ESPN. I think he used to be on First Take. All of them except for Rob Barker are smart. Chris Broussard smart. Nick Wright. So I don't want to think saying they're not smart. Bob Barker, I think, makes so many. Rob Barker, whatever his name is, he makes a
Rob
lot of
Parker.
dumb.
Yeah, Rob Parker.
He makes so many dumb comments. I don't want to say he's smart. He thinks that Caitlin Clark could play in the NBA because there's not a lot of defense. Okay, that's stupid. All right,
Mm.
I give you other ones. But anyways, so the other I respect him overall, generally, but they have a really dumb take on this Caitlin Clark and being assault and whether or not it's assault and whether or not we have to worry about it because I guess Chicago Tribune said it was outside sports, it would be an assault.
Mm-hmm.
And they went ballistic on it. And I'll tell you right now, I'm a criminal defense attorney, and I can tell you that I've seen people arrested for less than that. And traditionally in sports, people don't get arrested for things that happen in sports, but maybe they should more often. You got the situation where usually the only time it seems to happen is when the hockey player takes his stick and hits a guy in the head, and they have been charged with aggravated assault before. But maybe traditionally they just never get charged with it for whatever reason because the person doesn't want to press charges because he wants to look manly. Rob, you got that basketball situation you wanted to talk about, right? With
Oh
Rudy.
yes, yeah. It was back in the day with Maurice Lucas and Rudy Tomjanovich.
And what
Uh,
happened, Rob?
well, and it was horrible. I mean, I couldn't believe it. That definitely should have been the criminal charges. And he
Right,
Marcus Lewis just turned full pivot and just laid out Rudy Tomjanovich and broke his jaw, actually kind of ruined his career. He couldn't play
right.
basketball anymore. He had to end up coaching. But that was, I mean, so what you're saying is that you think that players, if they're like something like that happened, they should file a criminal
Well,
charge on them.
yeah, that wasn't a basketball play. It wasn't even in the play of the thing. Rudy was tussling with someone else, I think, and he came over and hit him. And he does. It was more worse than that. It was a running. It was a running
Right. It was
punch, a running
raining
start to a punch. And my
and
point is something like that. That is so egregious, and he got injured so much. He should be charged with assault. Now Rudy took the high road and didn't, but that never happens in sports except for I don't say never, almost never, except for like the example I gave you in hockey. And maybe it should happen more often. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you should go crazy with it. I'm just saying if it's not in the plays, because it's not in the rules, you're not doing things like. Now I don't think that Chennedy Carter should be charged with assault against Caitlin Clark. That doesn't mean it's not technically assault by the definition. So
right.
please stop saying it's not an assault. It was an assault. I've seen people get arrested for a lot less than that. And if um, if she had hit her head, she would have and hit her head. And I've seen such circumstances where the burst, like I have domestic cases where someone got pushed and someone pushed them back really hard and they hit her head and got brain problems and they got arrested. And all it was a push. They didn't mean to do it. So you
Same
don't
thing
have to have
with
intent. I will give you.
real
I'll
quick,
give you.
Mark. Same thing
Go ahead.
with a bar fight. Someone gets in a bar fight and maybe he hits the guy, and the person falls back on the floor and hits the back of their head, and the
Right. So
person might get killed. I mean, that's their intent was not to injure or really hurt that person, but still, that's assault, and they're going to jail.
and they were talking on Chris Broussard and Bob Barker, and they were saying they were outraged by the assault thing, but Rob goes, "Oh, assault? Whoa, is there a baseball bat?" Now, just so I explain, there's different levels of assault. Okay, the Tribune didn't claim it was an aggravated assault, just an assault. And here's the basic definition of a simple assault: attempts to cause or intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causes bodily injury to another. Okay, it doesn't even have to be intentional. Okay,
No.
it can just be an attempt. By the way, an ag assault, generally in simple assault, you don't get charged with an attempt because nothing really happened. But an ag assault, sometimes it does, even though it's just an attempt. It doesn't have to be intentional. You get charged with assault. It can just be reckless in your behavior. So notice that in the definition, there doesn't have to be a connection. Okay, for simple assault, just an attempt. But either way, they never get arrested for if there's no connection in simple assault. But anyways, if she could have got seriously injured, and if they did, they easily would get arrested in the real world. And that's true. So what the Tribune said was actually true. So, and when I called an assault and I put it in our thumbnail, I called an assault because technically it was an assault. I don't think she should be arrested. And I don't think it's an ag assault, but she could have been seriously injured. She didn't know that was coming. It was from the back left side of her. She was totally shocked by it, and she just landed correctly. But if you can easily get assaulted and land on your head, that's a hard ground that she's landing on. So they can scream all they want that it's not an assault, but it's technically assault. I don't think it's an ag assault. It's a dangerous play, and it could have resulted in a serious injury. And that's the point that Tribune was taking. That's not basketball. They admitted it was a dirty play. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. So do you think that what would have happened if not injury? Yeah. Suppose she fell down, and though she's young and coordinated, she actually fell and broke her wrist, and then she's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
What would the NBA do then? Would they have been more strict with her because that happened, or
Rob? They wouldn't do anything.
You're right about that now, especially now.
We found that out.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't upgrade Angel Reese's elbow, which you put in the ground. Didn't even call a foul on that. They didn't upgrade that to 2. They didn't call it a 1 or a 2 at the game. They didn't do anything. They didn't suspend Thomas for what she did to Angel Reese. They just threw her out of the game. She should have been suspended the next game.
Yeah, she should have.
I have no confidence they're going to do anything. We talked about that in another video. But let me and then Nick Wright, who's normally very smart, said assault. She said, "Oh, well, so would a box out be an assault? The box out happens during the play. This wasn't happened during the play. So stop it. That's a stupid example. I was so disappointed in Nick Wright."
And a box out, when you boxing somebody out, I mean, as a coach, you have I had box out drills where it's physical. You throw the ball up off the backboard, and you have 2 players, and they battle each other, and they box a person out. And that's not assault. That's part, like you said, it's part of the game. You're not putting in, you're not doing any. There's no intent. Just boxing the person out.
Right. So
that's so strange he said that.
So now Colin Cowherd, he does a good job of what he's doing, but he comes across as like his opinion is fact. He's kind of
I don't like him.
I know that's why it comes to. But I'm not saying he's smart and knowledgeable, but he's annoying to listen to at times. But once in a while I listen to him because it's a topic I like. So he was upset about the article also, and this is what he said. He said the article said if this wasn't sports, this would be an assault. If it wasn't in the sports world, this would be an assault. And he said, no, it wouldn't. It'd be a flagrant foul, which the sport world penalizes. Oh my God, are you serious? He just said if it wasn't in the sports world, he just put it in the sports world.
Right. He's
making the argument that in the sports world, it's a flagrant foul. He said if it wasn't in sports, why are you arguing about what it is in the sports world? He just said that. That's like the stupidest comment. That was his argument. Where's your logic here?
And then he included flagrant foul, which was not called. So why didn't he expand on that and say it should have been a flagrant foul? But it wasn't.
So he said, no, it would be a flagrant foul, which the sport penalizes through the free throws, which Rob just pointed out. No, they didn't even do that. So that's crazy. And he goes, here's the ultimate respect you can give Caitlin Clark. Treat her like a pro athlete. Stop pandering. Stop coddling. Stop protecting. No, heaven forbid if you protect her or the rest of the players in the league, not just her. Heaven forbid if you do that, which they're not doing. He said, women's basketball is the most improved sport in my lifetime. That's what he said. I don't know if that's true. I think women's gymnastics is, but okay. Let's not be pandering, cringing, and weird. Just treat her like a pro basketball player. She's got $28 million shoe deal, 4 or 5 national endorsements. She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. That's easy for him to say. He's not the one that's getting roughed up. She could easily get injured by how they're roughing up. And all the players too. This is not the Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Stop saying she's a pro athlete. These pro athletes, these women in this league, Not all the women want to be as physical as the rest of the women in the league. So stop it that she's a pro athlete. They didn't sign up for being mugged playing basketball. Most of them like basketball. They like shooting the basketball. They like driving the basketball. If they wanted to be MAA or hockey players or whatever, they could have done that.
Right.
So he's disrespecting not only Caitlin Clark, but the entire league by saying she'll be fine and, don't handle her or whatever.
And obviously it's not fine because fans like us and other people just getting into the game don't like it. They want, and it's tuning them out. So don't just like throw it away. And it's like, that's the way the pros are. No, it doesn't have to be like that. Why are you saying that's the way it should be? No, it shouldn't be that way. She should be all the athletes. Say the same thing about AJ Wilson, who got hit in the face 2 or 3 times. You go up to her and tell her that.
I mean, and McNutt has the same attitude. It's like Monica McNutt. We did a video on this. Their total inability to put themselves in someone else's shoes is mind-boggling.
Right.
These players could get injured, and that's what's going to happen. Someone's going to be serious, and someone's going to get a concussion or brain damage or something, and they're going to go, "Oh, well, we didn't think that was going to happen."
That's part of the game, Mark. That's part of the game. Getting a concussion. That's part of the game.
They signed up for this.
Yeah,
they signed up for a boxing match.
You're getting paid. You're getting paid with a shoe deal. So deal with it.
It's so easy to say, she'll be fine. That's what he basically was saying. She'll be fine. She's a pro athlete. She'll be okay. Yeah. All right. I was disgusted by his take.
Yeah.
And then Chennedy Carter, by the way, had here's how she responded to the situation. I want to bring this up. She goes, "At the end of the day, it's all love." Okay. I don't think Chennedy Carter loves anyone in her life. That's why she's so miserable. That's why she's so violent.
If you love me like that, say love from afar, please. Love me from afar. She doesn't even love her
teammates. She's got kicked off 2 teams.
Right. Love me from afar.
This is hilarious. That's why I'm bringing it up.
It's hilarious.
Out of basketball, when we're in the throws, when we're in those 4 lines, it's all smoke. It's all love. No, it's not loving in the 4 lines. You guys hate each other. You guys keep assaulting each other. I don't care if you consider assault or not. You're still mugging each other, okay? You don't agree with my legal thing.
No, I'm gonna get that girl. Yeah, see what she did to me. Hey, get her.
I promise we are a genuine team. We're a genuine person, we're a genuine person. I don't know where she got that from. We didn't hit her like it's out on the street. It just happened. It was an accident. It was a accident that I took a 2-step running start and drove it into the ground because I was upset that she got her arm free from me when I was hooking and mugging her from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, that woman, Carter's illusion. And Caitlin Clark took the high road. She said really nice things about her. She scored 25 points. She's one of the most talented players. And she is. She's a very talented player. Trying to be objective here. But she has emotional problems. And that's why she even got suspended, I think, in Turkey for something.
Yeah.
So, you have to, cut back on people assaulting people. And I'm like I said, I'm not saying to start arresting people left and right. I'm saying in extreme circumstances, especially when it doesn't happen in the play, or it's just kind of like stoppage of play, maybe the people should be arrested more, and then that help clean up the league. But really, the league needs to do it because if you start,
the league needs to take action. They really, really do. They need to step in and take action. Not later. Now they need to start enforcing it. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt them. It's really gonna hurt them. It's not a Caitlin Clark thing. It's a players' league, like you said. They might take their game elsewhere. I don't want to play in the WNBA. Plus, it's not that much money.
What's this, Rob? This is what the ratings will happen to the WNBA in attendance if Caitlin Clark gets injured. It's going to be it's going to be lower than before.
Yeah.
Okay. You drew interest. You drew a lot of new people, and every one of them are going to go out. If she gets seriously injured and they can't watch her play anymore, and her career is in jeopardy, guess what? Especially if it's a head thing.
Well,
most leg things you can come back from it with rehab and stuff. But
see, Mark, we're old enough where the TV actually, when you turned it off, it would make a clicking sound, and that's what you'll be hearing if she gets hurt. You hear that.
Right, especially unnecessarily. It's just like because the refs weren't calling it properly and the league didn't come down on the players. And we covered that in the video, but I just wanted to cover that the stupidity of saying they're making fun of the labeling of an assault. I'm not saying it's an ag assault. I'm not saying they should be arrested. I'm letting you know that I've seen people be arrested for a lot less than that. And And guess what? They need to try to clean that up in sports. People can't get away with, some of this stuff, and they have in the NFL and the NBA, and the WNBA seems to be last.
Isn't there also a verbal assault also?
Yeah, we won't get into that.
No, I'm just saying.
You're a jerk, Rob. You're like, arrest me. All right. Yeah, you can. It's called terroristic threats. That's what you're talking about. That's not technically, it's a terroristic threats. If you threaten to kill somebody and really say it like you mean it, you can actually get arrested for that. You really scared the other person. Mm-hmm. It's usually not happening because it's usually charged with another charge, like they did something else besides that, and they charge you with that. But that's another story.
Sorry. I didn't want to make it into Law and Order. Sorry.
I didn't want to make it into Law and Order. I just said I had some expertise in this area.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I could educate some people, and I'm just saying it's not as prosperous as people saying that it's an assault, and that's all I'm saying. And I think the WNBA and has got to cut down on these, whatever you want to call them, off the ball type of plays that happen. Anyways, live show 8/7. Rob's going to be there, so you didn't make it last week, and he's going to be. We had 56 people last week, but Rob said it was 1 trillion. I don't know. I'm not good at math. I think 1 trillion's a little bit more than 56.
My glasses, I don't know.
But hey, that went up from like only 10 the week before. So we're growing fast, and our videos are growing fast, and we appreciate your support. I'm saying that sincerely.
Yes, we
couldn't do it without you, and I appreciate the compliments you gave us for being intelligent and objective and honest, because that's our number one goal. Swear to God, that's number one goal. If I'm not, you call me out on it. If I'm not objective, you call me out, because that's what we want to do. Anyway, please like and subscribe. We need more subscribers. Hit that notification bell, and please make some comments. And hopefully we'll be able to talk about basketball more on tomorrow, when we're going to watch the NBA Finals tonight. And we're going to talk about it Monday morning, and we'll have a video for you on Monday about the NBA Finals. Please watch that, and we'll talk about that in the live show too.
Right. Peace out.
Everybody. Peace out.